The Sundering is an explicit podcast which may not be suitable for children, people with delicate sensibilities, animals under 10 pounds, certain towns in Idaho, citizens of Liechtenstein, members of the clergy, fans of the show Cop Rock, and vegans.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Well, let's start the insanity.
This is the Sundering Podcast. With your hosts, Seraphis.
Self-replicating bacon. I don't like fat chicks cutting my hair.
Oh, because we wouldn't want it to get weird or anything.
Fyst.
He adds to the show and everyone gets upset. This is great.
I know. I know they say this, but I don't care.
What celebrity wouldn't I do?
And Zia.
This is important information. Go fund yourself. I slurp. So full of hate. I'm not sure what a podcast is. Slavery is different than a fish.
Tonight will be less of a podcast and more of an intervention. Today is Sunday, July 13th, 9:00 live update. I'm going to say 15. I thought you were going to change it.
I was, but then I figured like it'd just mess up your...
It would mess up my flow. Not that I ever have a flow. But July 13th, 9:15 Eastern. Episode 192 of The Sundering. 8 episodes until the big 200.
Alright, folks. I am storming the Bacon Castle Seraphis. I am joined by working on his spiky anime hair. And we can't even see his face anymore because he's zooming in on his bookshelf of anime figures. I'm an idiot. It's Fyst, and she's swimming in beet juice. It's Zia. I thought, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
I was told it was beet juice.
So before we introduce our guest, who do we have in the chat room?
So far we have Erlina, Amorla, Broom, Chef, Bok Bok Bok, Jimmy, Joe, Liger, Left Hit Maslu, Rev, Rob, Sliz, Sean, Theo, and Miss Velvet Dove. Welcome.
Alright.
Have more as the night progresses.
Probably. Alright, so here we go. What kind of show is this tonight? What do we have on tap? Well, tonight, what we got in store for you, we're changing things up a bit. We're going to talk about Bacon, Warcraft, we got shenanigans, we got FOFs, we got questions. But first, we're sitting down with our guest. This guy puts me to shame when it comes to drinking. And rumor is... he knows the meme, the person behind the meme, Scumbag Steve. Plus, his latest Kickstarter has his gaming nerds even more excited because of Mega Man-themed characters. A Playboy Playmate sat down to play his game. He told us anything goes, so hopefully we do not disappoint. It's the creator of Drinking Quest, Jason. Jason, welcome aboard.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm so excited you know Scumbag Steve, by the way. I forgot, Sarah was telling me all these cool things, and he's like, oh, and by the way, Scumbag Steve.
Oh, yeah, he's a good dude. Not as much of a scumbag in real life. He's really funny. When people ask my best drinking story, there's usually a go-to with Scumbag Steve, but I'll leave that for later. That's not a good one to start with.
Sweet.
Alright, so for those of you who don't know what Drinking Quest is, you can go to drinkingquest.com to go check out all the latest details. I guess we should just kind of let you just tell us a little bit, Jason, about, what is Drinking Quest for people who may not know?
Oh, sure. It's probably the greatest RPG game series ever made by anybody. It mixes. It's a drinking game and a tabletop RPG, so it's a really dry premise. Well, not really, I guess, if you're drinking, but
pretty wet.
It's a pretty ridiculous premise. Let's say that. It's got a lot of RPG tropes, like you have a character sheet, you fight monsters, you level up, stuff like that. When your character dies in the game, you have to chug your drink in real life to continue. So it kind of goes from there. So it's like a long form drinking game. So there's a control mechanism, so people aren't passing out after 10 minutes and things like that, and the game tends to last 2 or 3 hours. It's not a party frat boy drinking game as much as it is sit down with 4 friends and stay in for the night kind of drinking game. So it's the craziest party that a tabletop RPG can become. So let's go with that.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this. I have backed the Trilogy Edition recently on Kickstarter, so I'm very excited about getting the game. Am I going to have it in hand before November 5th of this year?
Most likely. It'll ship. Right now it's looking like early, probably the first week of October. And so, yeah, if you're in the U.S., you should have it by November for sure.
This is exciting because I plan on bringing it with me to BlizzCon and playing it in a hotel bar.
Yes,
awesome.
It's happening.
So that is going to be a thing.
We're gonna play that.
Yeah, it's a popular series for playing after a con for sure. So yeah, I appreciate that because when it comes out, I want people playing it and being excited about it. And been working 16-hour days since the Kickstarter ended to get this to the printer. Because I want to get it there as quickly as possible, but I want to make sure everything's as flawless as possible when I send it there. So stuff like this is a great break in my day. So it's there's 220 cards in the game now. That just changed in the last couple of days actually, and then I'm just going through, and it's just a matter of just formatting and proofing and just double checking, and how can I make everything better, and spending an hour per card kind of thing. So I'm just kind of at that point where I'm going through everything systematically, and I'm like, okay, is this card the best it can be? Is there anything wrong with it? Is it laugh out loud funny? How can I make it that? So that's just kind of the process I'm going through right now.
Yeah, congratulations on the Kickstarter. I mean, you made your goal plus. It was successful, and that's awesome because I feel like Kickstarter would be kind of a scary venture if you're looking for backers, and it's got to be a good feeling to see that money come in and go, yes, I can do everything I want plus. So. Yeah,
for sure. It's been super awesome. Yeah, I tried to do a mix of offer at the lowest price I can offer it, make it a good deal for everybody, but also be kind of silly and not take it too seriously, and have a lot of fun with it. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's just been a really great response from everybody. So it's kind of at that point where I'm not drinking every night, and not that I would otherwise, but all my craziest drinking stories aren't happening while I'm making this. But in August, I'm doing a bunch of cons, and that'll be off to the printers and out of my hands. So there might be some great stories coming out of that.
Nice.
What kind of cons are you doing? Where are you taking this on the road to?
August, I'll be at Gen Con in Indianapolis, and a couple weeks after that, I'll be at Fan Expo in Toronto. In September, I'll be at Edmonton Expo. So those are the next 3 in the queue. But the bigger ones I've done this year, PAX East on the East Coast, and I did Emerald City Comic Con on the West Coast. So that was kind of fun to do those 2 in kind of rapid succession. Then I was in Indianapolis for Indie PopCon earlier this year. And Indianapolis is great because it's like a tabletop city. It's such a great fan base there. So I was trying to cover all my bases, and haven't done anything overseas yet in Europe or Australia or anything like that, but it's on the to-do list.
Do you want to dive right into the general questions?
Well, I'm just asking questions that I either think of off the top of my head, or
Okay, yeah.
Look, I fell off script when I was drinking while we were trying to get Jason's mic working, so I'm not going to be much help.
Not that we're ever really scripted. I don't think this show's ever been proper scripted. But
no worries there. And cheers for drinking, making the whole thing legit. That's
absolutely
great.
I mean, I'll double fist the whole night. I'll triple. I mean, if I had 3,
I have my hand shandies.
All right. So before Drinking Quest, did you incorporate drinking into regular tabletop games? Is that how it got started, or?
No, I don't know. I just made a lot of games since childhood, and then when I got into RPGs around 10 or 11, I started making a lot of RPG quests, but mainly RPG game systems. There was Dungeons and Dragons, and there were games like that, and kind of real RPGs. Let's say that, but they weren't, I guess, accessible enough. So I really liked the idea, but they were. I don't want to say too complex, but they took too much work to get going and get a group of people together. Because it's tough to get a consistent group of people out all the time. So I'd always make things where people could drop in and out easily. We're a little more casual, quicker to learn, and that just evolved throughout the years. And then into adulthood, we'd always be drinking while we did it. And then I was at a wedding, and it was near the end of the night. It was an open bar, and it was free scotch. And then a good friend of mine,
best kind of bar.
who was an awesome dude, and he's the kind of guy that he doesn't say much, but when he does say something, it's really profound. He was like, "Hey, you're always drinking and making these RPGs. You should make an RPG that has drinking in it." Then I was probably said something like, "Oh, that's stupid" or something. And then months later, I was commuting to work, and I was like, "No, that's a good idea. That's what I'm going to do." And so then I did it, and then yeah, that was 3.5 years ago now. So yeah, I've been able to do a game year since then. So yeah, it's been going really well.
I keep asking questions. Feel free to jump in there, Ray, instead of playing with your the dirt on your face. That's okay too.
Hey, I have a question for Ray, actually.
It's not.
Is your last name really Fyst?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Mr.
Fyst. My last name isn't really Anarchy.
Well, I want to get it changed to that.
Mr. Fyst comes to town.
Well, Ray is a better name than Andy, so.
I feel like Fyst and Anarchy could be some sort of comic book. Like Fyst and
Should be in a punk band or something.
Yeah.
I know. What do I play? I play the Fyst.
I want you to play the keytar, Ray.
The keytar?
The keytar.
Well, I have one question basically, and
and that's it. That's all he's got. He doesn't do much else.
That's because that's the one question that I would ask, because I'm the only one not drinking on the show. So, as a non-drinker, for good reasons, is there a sober element to it? Like, can there be a person that's like the only sober guy in the game?
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's as far as drinking games go, it's probably the most socially responsible one out there. Yeah, I always wanted to be inclusive, and I didn't want to turn people away that couldn't drink. So yeah, it's entirely possible to play the game and not drink. And you know, the idea is just use some kind of non-alcoholic substitute, or instead of drinking anything, just do something stupid and funny as a penalty.
Oh, I like that.
You know, so there's you can still win the game, you can still play the game. It was meant to be a drinking game, but it's also, yeah, it takes into account people that aren't drinking, because people do have good reasons for it. So, you know, if someone's driving or something like that,
yeah,
you can add another player that is the designated game master. So, you know, they can play, or they can, you know, be the person that runs the game. You don't need somebody to be the DM, but it can be helpful, and it's something for people to do. So yeah, there's definitely a few options there. With the Trilogy Edition that's coming out, you can have the original 3 games are 2 to 4 players each, and then we always have people asking for more players, and it was designed for 2 to 4, but I'm adding all these up to 12 players basically. So there's going to be there will be more people who don't drink the more players you add, so that becomes a more important rule then. The last year at Gen Con, we had all these people buying all 3 games, and like, can we combine them? I'm like, well, unofficially, yeah, you can. You just need to do this and this. And so we had all these people making all these huge 12-player games, just kind of combining all the Quest 1s, all the Quest 2s from each game. And there just needs to be a couple little changes, which I made in Trilogy Edition. And basically, you just got all these mashup quests of different themes. So it doesn't make a lot of sense with the theme or the story, but all the math checks out, and the progression works, and sure, you can have 12 people and play it, and if you have that many people, you know, the ridiculous story just gets more ridiculous because of the whole mashup concept. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. That'll be a lot of fun.
We may have more than we may have
their game myself, but I've heard stories and they were positive, so that's good.
We may have a 12-person game at
Yeah, I
BlizzCon
feel like
this
it
year.
would probably grow big.
All right, yeah, tweet at me while you're doing it. I'm excited to hear how that goes.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a complete mess, but it'll be fun nonetheless.
I'm just glad there's a way to add more people. It's not limited like a video game would be. It's like 4 controllers. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah,
MMO.
and then, like I've played games where we have a bigger group, and like we've done team ups and stuff like that, and it always worked out fine. But in my mind, it was always kind of a smaller, more intimate group, and it's not meant to be a party game as much. But if you have 12 people, odds are there'll be one person that, you know, is happy to be the guy that runs it, sort of thing. So 2 to 4 people is meant to have no DM, and you still don't need one with 12 people, but you have to manage the people more than the game kind of thing. You get 12 people that are drinking, and people get, off topic and start talking about stuff. And but the game was designed for people with no attention spans that don't want to read a rule book kind of thing. The rules are just a one sheet. It's really basic, and it was kind of designed to run itself. So if you have somebody that's not drinking, or if you have an extra player or something, it's nice to have somebody read all the cards and keep people focused and stuff like that.
Well, crap.
One of the games I had the first 3 games, when I mentioned the designated game master, was each game suggested that the designated game master read the cards in a specific actor's voice. So I think the first game was like, hey, you're responsible for reading the cards in a Patrick Stewart voice. And I think the next one was like a Morgan Freeman voice. And I think the third one was an Ian McKellen voice. So for the 4th game for Trilogy Edition, I feel like now I have to pick one. So that's really difficult. Or add a 4th person with an awesome voice.
Yes, Walken.
Yeah.
Who'd you guys recommend? Who has a great voice?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
That's all. That's my Walken.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's all you need.
Or Sean Connery.
That was like the worst.
Sean Connery?
I'm bad at accents, Jason.
So anything on the drawing board for Drinking Quest 4?
Not Drinking Quest 4. No, the third one was kind of the end of the trilogy, and then Trilogy Edition let me do all the stuff. Well, will let me do all the stuff that I didn't have a budget for before. I'm not going to say it won't ever happen, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. The Drinking Quest comic book, the first issue just came out, and then there'll be a bit of a break, and then 5 issues in a row will come out kind of in a block after that. And that's been a lot of fun too, because I kind of built up the world with the game series already, and the story is kind of told like one puzzle piece at a time, like Lost or Pulp Fiction, and it's a ridiculous, drunken sword and sorcery kind of Middle Earth world. And then so that kind of set up a lot of the concepts, and this exists in this universe, but this doesn't, and things like that. So with a comic book, it's like, okay, now I can tell like a real kind of start to finish story kind of thing, a ridiculous comedy story, but still it's more of a long form type of thing. So that's coming out as well, and then I'll just be promoting Trilogy Edition for quite a while when that comes out. That'll be my magnum opus of drinking RPGs. And then, other stuff that I can't talk about on the horizon. It's still too early, but those are the comic book and Trilogy Edition. Those are the next 2 big things coming out.
All right. Does the stuff that you can't talk about, does it involve gout? Because that's something that Ray would be very interested in.
Gout?
Gout or birds?
No birds.
I don't have gout. That was a theory.
Allegedly, you don't. Don't sell yourself short, Ray.
Oh, okay. So doctors are wrong. That's great.
Your doctor's wrong. You live in a town that has a testicle festival. I don't want to hear it.
That's not true.
All right. So we have a few listener questions. One person asked, Justin asked, how can I sneak booze into work so I can enjoy podcasts while inebriated?
I don't know. Flask is the traditional way. There's a card in Drinking Quest 2. It's a quest called Den of the Cat People, and it's this weird society of like these cat people that are more people than they are cats, and it's just this really bizarre quest. But there's this one card. It's called Bureau Cats, where Chuglock's the drunken barbarian hero. He gets a job, like an office job kind of thing, and it's all told through the picture really, and then there's a bit of text, but. Like Business Cat is behind him with his arms crossed, and Chuglock's is this huge like drunken barbarian sitting at the desk with like this tie that's too small for him. He's drinking out of a flask, and you basically have to do a saving throw to see if you can get away with it at work. So the flask is kind of the traditional way to be an alcoholic at work. Don't do anything that gets you fired, and I hope you're not doing anything that involves heavy machinery or anything. But that usually tends to be the way that people do that.
I shouldn't do that at my job, basically.
No. The pizzas might taste strange.
Or the driving.
Yeah. If you have a driving job, stay away from it. Sure.
From Alejandro Taparabos. Did I say
Nice.
that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So he has a question. What do you think is the best aspect of your game? Drinking or playing it?
No, drinking's easy. Yeah, I never worry about that. I'm like, okay, that's in there. That's a good part. But The gameplay, well, it comes between the gameplay and the humor, basically. So, kind of the initial hook is that it's a drinking RPG. Hey, that's a neat concept because it's so ridiculous. That's kind of what hooks people initially. But then just kind of the humor, how funny it is kind of the hidden strength, I think, that keeps people coming back for more. So typically anything that's funny gets old quickly. So with Drinking Quest, I put a lot of kind of layers of humor and story elements in there, and then people won't get a lot of them the first time because they're drinking, but they also won't get a lot of them because there's a lot of subtle stuff there. So it continues to be funny through multiple playthroughs. So that's probably my personal favorite. But then the gameplay is up there too. It's I should be really, really sick of the game and bored of all the jokes. I should hate the game more than anybody. But every time I have a game, I'm always kind of surprised. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this was a lot of fun, sort of thing. So, if someone who's read the cards 10,000 times each can still enjoy it, then I think
you're doing something right.
Most people, most people should be able to have a good time with it. So my personal favorite is the humor, and then gameplay is a close second. The drinking's never anything I relied upon. It's there, it's a part of the game. But from my end, I had to kind of pace it and put it in there in a way where people can still finish the game, sort of thing. So basically, it's I chose a chug system over a sip system because sips are boring. You're sitting there drinking with your friends anyway. You're going to have sips that, you're just going to do that anyway. But a chug is an event. You point and laugh, you cheer. It's difficult to do sometimes. So, and basically the way it works is, so you go around, you pick up a card on your turn. It might be a saving throw event, some kind of ridiculous situation that you're in, like, getting an office job and bringing a flask to work, for example. Or if it's a monster, it's a one-on-one fight to the death. So the person on your right controls the monster. You either win, you get the coins and experience, and you move on, you're happy, or you lose and you chug your drink immediately and your friends point and laugh. So each game has 4 different quests. So there's a 1 chug per quest mercy rule. So that stops it from being like a pass out 10 minutes kind of drinking game. So if you do have to chug a second time in a quest, then it's you do 3 swigs as a mercy rule, and then that stops it from being this out of control kind of frat boy game. So average is 2 or 3 chugs over 2 or 3 hours, and you're sitting there drinking with your friends anyway.
That being said, sorry.
Sorry. That being said, that's kind of like an average amount. So it's in the instructions, drink within your tolerance, whatever that is. So it's pretty easy to make adjustments one way or the other.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask how long does a typical game last, which I think you just answered, about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, and then each game has 4 different quests too. So if you need a logical stopping point, then those are there also. So, it's we sat around and talked about this hilarious thing that happened at work for an hour, and we did 2 of the quests. We'll do the other 2 another day. So, and then with Trilogy Edition, that has 15 quests in total. So there's a lot you can do there. So there's a lot more customization options and stuff like that. There's 3 bonus quests that you can kind of tack on before or after any of the other existing games. So there's, you can do 5 quests in a night. I wouldn't recommend doing much more than that if you're drinking. And then somebody asked today, how long would it take to play through all 15? And I estimated about 12 to 15 hours, which, I would totally be up for trying to see how that goes. But you definitely want to set some drinking limits for yourself. That could be pretty out of hand. So it's a fun game, but in the instructions and everything, I've just got all kinds of warnings. I don't want people hurting themselves. That's no fun.
12 to 15 hours would need a lot of pizza, wings, and bacon.
Yeah, that sounds like a good day. I'm in for that.
I could do that 10 years ago, not now, though.
You're such an old man, Ray.
Back when I could finish off a 30-pack in a night.
Yeah,
that's why I stopped.
Wings? Hold on, wings of beer.
More tolerance than I have now. Well, that's just because I work all the time because of Drinking Quest. So it's kind of this weird paradox. But when conventions happen, that's usually when my craziest stories happen too. So August should be a fun month for that.
All right. So Jeff asked.
We're not gonna rotate.
Oh.
No, you can go.
Okay, fine, Ray. Be part of the show.
All right. So Jeff asks, what demographic do you think plays Drinking Quest the most?
The most. I would say legal drinking age all the way up till 40-ish, which is still tough because, well, yeah. Let's say 21 to 40 or 19 if you're in Canada, or 18 if you're in Montreal. They have a really low drinking age, but that's probably. And I still have people older and stuff like that. But that's the broad demographic there. And generally, the younger people like the drinking more. The older people like the RPG element more, and kind of how it's a new RPG hook, so they want to check it out. So, and it's originally when I was playing it, there just weren't a lot of girls in my RPG groups. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it'll just be mostly dudes playing this. But it's probably been about 60-40 from my experience so far, which has been pretty awesome, just going to cons and stuff and talking to people. So that's good that there are girl gamers out there. I've been really... I was shocked about that because I can never get girls to play RPGs where I live. I don't know what it is. But yeah, probably about 60-40 that way. And yeah, so yeah, I don't sit here and try and calculate what the exact percentages are, but I just kind of have like a general sense of, okay, these are the people I talk to at cons, this is the audience sort of thing. So yeah, it definitely ranges in age. So legal drinking age till about 40-ish, give or take.
I think that it would be more women because, in my experiences, women need a reason to drink a lot. Like they're always the ones that want to play the card games when they're drinking.
Oh yeah, I like playing games when I drink.
They can't just sit there and pound beer like Seraph and I would, just for no reason.
Which I do pound beer for no reason.
This is a really common thing. When I'm at a convention, I'm at the booth. I'll get a girlfriend that comes up that basically wants her boyfriend to loosen up and party a little bit, and so she'll buy drinking Quest, like to get him to drink or something, and it's happened a lot. That's a really common one. So hey, happy to help. So those are some of the good girlfriends, honestly. Like that's pretty awesome. So yeah, if they want a boyfriend to come out of the shell a little bit, they'll buy a copy of Drinking Quest.
All right, so
you're a good person. You're just facilitating all kinds of awesome.
So I mean, you already kind of answered Samantha's question, who sent us in a message like, "How long does a typical game last?" He said like 2 to 3 hours. But John sent us a message. He said, if you could sit down and play a marathon gaming session of Drinking Quest, and you could play with anyone, who would you pick to play with?
Ooh, good question. All right, we'll say 4 players because it'll just take forever to pick 12. Let's say William Shatner. Patrick Stewart. Well, he can read the cards. We'll have Patrick Stewart there to read the cards. He's got a great voice for that. So we'll have 2 Star Trek captains. So I'll say 5 players since we have a designated game master. Let's go with Bill Murray. He's one of my favorites too.
Absolutely. Bonus points.
And I'm going to say Peter Jackson because I'm such a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. And I would be quoting the movies all night just anyway because that's what I do. So I think you would appreciate all those. And there's some kind of subtle quotes and stuff throughout the game series too. So every time there's one of those, I'd give Peter Jackson a high five, and that'd be pretty awesome. So yeah, Shatner, Murray, Jackson, and then Patrick Stewart reading the cards.
All right.
That's awesome.
I'm a big Bill Murray fan just because I think he's the funniest person in the universe. He just has this incredible deadpan delivery.
He's like he's one of the few actors who still to this day does not have an agent.
Yeah, amazing. Like I love
Really?
how much street cred the guy has too. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if he likes what you're doing, he'll do it. Like I forgot what movie it was that they like. We can't pay you, and he's like I don't care. He's like I'll give you money to let me do this movie.
Yeah, what a great dude. Love
him. Baku Pog, who's actually in the channel tonight, asked if you gamble, and if so, when do you stop?
I don't gamble. I don't gamble at all. I've been to a casino a couple of times, and it's like, okay, I'll spend this $20, but I didn't plan on winning anything. And in my mind, I'm like, hey, all the money I never spend on gambling, I win. So, plus it's good not to have too many potential vices, so I kind of limit it that way. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I've had some fun drinking nights, and it can get a little crazy, but gambling, no, it's never really something I've been a big fan of, I guess.
Okay, Roby1475 on Twitter asked, do you play any other card games besides Drinking Quest, particularly trading card games?
Yeah. Usually when I play my own game, it's just because someone's like, "Hey, I want to play Drinking Quest with the guy who made it," kind of thing, and that's awesome. And I'm happy to do that. Beyond that, I don't go out of my way to play my own game because, that's my job. That's what I do. So, other card games specifically, played the Pathfinder card game quite a bit. I like that a lot. It was a really cool game. And beyond that, not really card games specifically. A few of my favorites recently. Quarriors is great. It's like a dice building game. Really digging that one. And Lord of the Rings Risk is an all-time favorite. I'm always trying to play Lord of the Rings Risk with people, but you have to set aside a 4-hour block and find people that really want to commit.
4 hours.
Oh man, I love Risk just in general.
That was like
that's great,
I watched a 16-hour game one time.
You watched?
Well, yeah, because it was in my apartment. And
I
I wasn't.
One of the things I like about Lord of the Rings Risk is that you move the ring through every territory, and so once it gets to the end of the game ends. And there's like a point system, so it's not necessarily Middle Earth domination. So that stops it from being a 16-hour game, which I would love to do one of those. But yeah, finding the time would be a bit of a challenge.
Joe Brewer in the channel asked, how do you feel about people in the community who maybe want to do their own expansions or add things to your game? Or like modifications or anything like that?
Yeah, really good question. One caveat, just be safe. Just don't make a rule where it's like, hey, do 10 shots of whiskey if you pick up a card or something like that. But I'm all for that. Yeah, I love kind of doing your own take on an existing game and doing homebrew rules and stuff like that. No pun intended with the homebrew. I think that's great. Trilogy Edition 2, one of the cards I'm adding is kind of a suggestion.
Did we just lose him? Did we lose Jason?
And with the 3 extra quests, originally I was going to have kind of the summary, the kind of point of those quests in the instructions. It just ended up being too muddled, so I'm just going to add some extra cards. And then the 4th one is going to be like, a few suggestions on how to make your own quests kind of thing. But not too many suggestions because your imagination is the best part of it. So, I definitely want to put something in there that plants the idea and kind of be safe. But by all means, you have my blessings. So, I think that's a great idea.
All right, and LeGrayson, who's in our chat room, asks, have you ever played Call of Cthulhu's Arkham Horror board game?
I have not. I've heard of it, and it looks awesome, and I'd really like to play it. So. If you're going to Gen Con or Fan Expo, find me, and maybe we can play a game.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some quick-fire questions for you right now, Jason.
Are you okay on time? I don't want to... Jason
Let's keep it.
Jason has a life.
Sure, no problem.
Jason has a life.
We have no life. We have no life. So we're going to run through just a few quick-fire questions. Just answer, it's like one word, whatever first comes to your mind. They're pretty random, and then we'll get right into our game, and then we'll get some details from you about where people can find you, and we'll go from there. So I will start first. Drink of choice.
Whiskey.
I like this guy. See, I got the whiskey right there. Yeah, go.
Oh, okay, we're doing it that way. Okay.
Is the red gotten into your brain? Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I called it. That's what happens. What are you gonna do?
What is on your perfect sandwich?
Meat and lettuce. I'm not a complicated sandwich guy. I don't like sauces or anything weird. I don't know.
Oh, good man.
Because like when you put sauces and stuff, it's like you're already eating meat. Meat's like the most delicious thing there is.
Yes.
So you don't want to mask that, But then lettuce is good because it's a vegetable, so it makes the meat healthier. That's kind of my logic.
All right, so
I like dry sandwiches.
Oh. I'm playing Drinking Quest, and since I don't drink, I have the choice between milk or coffee. What should I choose?
You probably don't want to be chugging hot coffee, so I'd go with milk.
Chugging milk.
But then again, you may not be drinking alcohol for whatever reason, but maybe caffeine's okay, so coffee could be good too. Just make sure it's a chuggable temperature.
I watched somebody play with milk one of the drinking games. It was really bad.
That's horrible. All right, so Pamela Horton, she Playboy Playmate, played your game. Do you have her cell number?
I don't. No.
That's a shame.
Bit of a bummer.
That is a bummer.
But great video though. Wow, she sang. I have a Weird Al reference in the first game, and it's really really subtle. Just a reference to the song Albuquerque, his like 9-minute, 11-minute epic, whatever it is. And it's you're fighting a snow weasel is the card, and the snow weasel immediately latches onto your face. And there's just a line from Albuquerque where I think it's a weasel. 1 dozen starving crazed weasels immediately latch onto your face or something like that. Anyway, she picked up on it, and then she started singing, and then the group started singing this 9-minute Weird Al song in the middle of the video. And that was pretty amazing. And to my knowledge, it was the first time anyone had caught that reference and at least let me know about it. So, you know, and it was just subtle enough where it was like, you know, I wasn't even writing it, just my brain was doing that anyway, because I'm a pop culture junkie and my brain thinks in references and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. So no cell number, but if I did, I would call her up and be like, hey, thanks for doing that. That was great to see.
What's the last movie that you watched?
Oh, it's not a very good one. Okay, it was Netflix, and I was falling asleep, and I watched the first half an hour, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking terrible. It's called Next with Nicolas Cage. It was on Netflix. And it was just the end of the night, and I was just working, and I was like, okay, I just need to put on anything just to not think, and oh yeah, there's no thinking in that movie. So yeah, it was just, it was not good. I'm a Nicolas Cage fan. I think as an actor, he's amazing to watch, even if it's a bad movie, but he didn't seem to have as much energy as he normally has in that movie, so I wasn't as into it.
Then I'll follow it up with your favorite Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, okay. Ooh, wow, yeah. How does one choose?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Whoa,
I'm going to say the
really
Wicker Man, because it's his best terrible movie, but he's so spectacularly Nicolas Cage in it. And I think he gets the joke, and he's just so playing along, you know? Like, and I really like the original Wicker Man as like an actual scary horror movie. Unless I can actually think of a movie where he's... What's a good Nicolas Cage movie?
Face Off? Wasn't he in Face Off?
Face Off's great, yeah, and it's like... And that's not a good movie, but he's good in it. That's the problem with most of his movies. He's just got so much personality. He's just so fun to watch.
I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to yell out while you were answering. A really big bug flew past my face and it scared the fuck out of me. So sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, stuff's going on.
Bugs are serious business around here.
This is really serious business, yeah.
Speaking of serious business, my final quickfire question.
Yes.
Canadian bacon or real bacon?
Oh, wow. I can't pick one. No, they're both great for separate occasions. Well, no, breakfast is the occasion, I guess, but they kind of each kind of serve their purpose. Okay, I had to pick one. Canadian bacon, because I'm Canadian.
Yeah! Suck it, sir!
Except Canadian bacon in Canada is different than Canadian bacon in the U.S. I need to point that out.
Okay, well...
So there's really three kinds of bacon that we're talking about.
Well, Canadian bacon in the U.S. is ham, so...
Yeah, so I'm going to say Canadian bacon.
Which is what?
We call it female bacon. It's just... It's still a part of the pig. I don't really know what the difference is. I just
He's not gonna call
I just
it
know
ham
that it's
steak.
different.
I know what you're trying to get him to do, and he's not going to call it ham.
I'm trying to look... It kind of looks like ham. I'm a little disappointed, Jason. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed in your answer.
We're just naming different parts of the pig.
Yeah, it's all pork. Sarah, Ray, it's your turn.
It's the curly tail.
Disappointed.
All right.
So is Mr. Bacon.
So a bug flies into Zia's mouth during the show.
Oh Jesus!
Should she spit it out or just swallow it?
I feel like this
is a big bug.
It's unknown.
Like there's a spit or swallow joke here.
I'm not trying to do that. I just pictured that happening and I was laughing. I don't know.
You got to find that moment on camera and then make it a gift for future podcasts or something.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Ray, ask your question because I'm a little.
I just did.
Joe, there's another question here from Joe B.
Oh, I'm not reading other people's questions. This isn't their segment.
Oh,
whatever. Can you play a strip version? And have you tried to
strippers
play
in Drinking Quest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow. I haven't done it myself. But yeah, just replace drinks with remove article of clothing. Yeah, it works.
There you go, Joe.
Oh, you actually put it in the thing. I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
God forbid. Ray is illiterate, Jason. Just.
That's not true at all.
So, it's one of the reasons why we usually don't rely on show notes. All right. That all being said, we want to close out this awesome time with you, Jason, with you squaring off against a Kentucky native in our game of horse or sex act. So let's kick this into high gear.
All right.
And now it's time for horse or sex act.
Did I make that?
Yes, you did, Ray.
I was like, that was Ray's voice.
I forgot about that.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to read a name, and it's either the name of a horse or it's the name of a sex act. So all you have to do is say horse or a sex act. And whoever has the most points at the end wins. And you don't have to, you can both pick the same thing. That's fine. I don't care. We'll just see where it goes. All right, so being our guest, you get to pick first. Here's the first name. Old King Clancy.
I'm gonna go with ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a horse because that's a sex act I've never participated in, so maybe it's not a real one.
I'm gonna go with sex act.
All right,
and I don't write horses, so obviously it's not a horse I've ever.
All right, so Zia gets the first point. It is a sex act. It is when a man has a sex with a woman, gives her a cream pie, then pours maple syrup on her vagina, and eats her out, thus eating a mixture of cum and syrup.
Oh!
Wow. Right. Gotta write that one down.
That is an Old King Clancy.
He's so sticky.
That's so specific.
What about Tom Clancy? Is that when you like play Rainbow Six or something?
Wait, what? What does Rainbow Six
What?
have to do with any of this?
An old Tom Clancy.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh.
Look, don't speak ill of the dead, Ray.
Oh, he's dead?
I can't keep doing this with you, Ray. I can't keep doing this.
All right, sorry.
All right, next one up. Search engine.
That's definitely a sex act.
I'm going to say horse.
And Zia gets the point. It is a horse.
No, I mean, I don't. I'm not
I don't know anything about sex or horses. Wow.
She has never seen these, by the way.
My hands are in front of my face. Hands up. I am not keeping these in.
All right. All right. Here comes the third one. Doo-wop.
I'm going to say that one's a horse.
I want to say horse, too.
You are both wrong. That is a sex act.
Really?
That is, while having sex with a woman from behind, you ejaculate, catch it, and proceed to style her hair, with it making a 50s style hairdo.
Well, naturally, yeah. Right, I'm never going to come out with a horse RPG, that's for sure.
Alright, here we go. Number 4. Full of Skittles.
Well, I don't want to say horse every time, so I'll go with sex act this time.
I'm going to say a horse again.
Zia gets the point. It is a horse.
Oh yeah, 0 for 4.
All right, well, hold on. There's a fifth one. We're gonna play. Even though you've technically, mathematically, you have lost. We will pull up the last one. The last one is Fire Tower.
Oh wow. I'm gonna go with sex act for that one too.
I'm going to go with sex act.
You are both correct.
Yes!
Hey, I got one right.
Yay! So you didn't get the goose egg. So a fire tower is a sexual act where a man dips his penis into grain alcohol, lights it on fire, and extinguishes it by inserting his penis in the woman's vagina.
That is stupid.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Oh. You can't just make up fictional sex acts.
I'm not making this. I have done research for this game.
I'm saying whoever made up that probably didn't do it.
Look, I'm sure there was someone who did it.
I don't think so.
This world is messed up, Ray.
I think instead of this game, it should be called Guess What This Sex Act Is. Like, you tell us the name of it, and we have to be like, all right, that's when, you take a fire hose, and you've been sitting... I mean, I'm not going to finish this.
I'm glad you don't make the games up for the show.
I think it's great.
Jason, can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
I'm sorry. The Yetis.
Yes.
You like Yetis, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do. It stemmed from the late 80s tabletop game Hero Quest from Milton Bradley. That's my all-time favorite game, and that's kind of what got me into RPGs. And there was this expansion pack for the Barbarian, where it was like an Ice World kind of expansion. And they had these really cool Yeti miniatures with them. And I always play Hero Quest with this one friend of mine. And for some reason, whenever we would make quests, terrible things would always happen to the Yetis. And just turned into this huge inside joke where the Yetis would get no respect. And with other RPGs, it's like they're always used sparingly, where it's like, it's a big deal that there's a Yeti or something. So I kind of just saturated them and just kind of put Yetis all over the place. It's kind of a running joke.
No, it was cute. It made me laugh.
Yeah, so that's kind of where that came from. So, I don't have like a stuffed Yeti in my room or anything like that. But
okay if you do.
I guess I'm a fan of Yetis. So
no, I like the card, and gosh, what's the name of it? But I think it's a Yeti in the shower, and he's drinking alcohol.
Oh, shower beer.
Yeah, and I remember telling my husband was actually, when we first started dating, he was like, you should drink in the shower. It's so refreshing. It's wonderful.
It really is.
And I saw that card, and I was like, Mark, dude, you got to see this fucking card. Like.
Yeah. I just finished the final version of that one yesterday for Trilogy Edition. So I think I changed a little bit of the text to make it a bit better. But yeah, it's been colorized, and yeah, it's looking a lot better for the new version of the card. But yeah, in general, just a shower beer. It's like you get home from work, and it's just one of those terrible days, and it's like, yeah, shower beer is the greatest thing ever.
It really is. All right, so Jason, we appreciate your time. We know that you have a lot of work to get this game out, so we want to just kind of give you a moment here to just let folks know where they can find the game, how to contact you, or how to buy the game, whatever.
The easiest way is just drinkingquest.com. We ship directly from the site. You can order any of the 3 original games or pre-order Drinking Quest Trilogy Edition that comes out in October. You can ask your local comic or hobby shop. We've got major distribution in a couple of countries. And if you're going to Gen Con, Fan Expo, or Edmonton Comic Con, then you can find me there, and I'll have games at the booth as well.
All right, great stuff. So, Jason, we'd love to try and catch up with you, like after the game is shipped, sometime towards the end of the year, if you're up for it. And
come in.
All right, that sounds good. So, best of luck in getting this out. I am excited because I want to be playing this at BlizzCon. I've already started making plans to play it in the hotel bar, so I am very much looking forward to this.
Cool. When I send the Kickstarter survey, mention that you're from the Sundering podcast, and I'll make sure it goes out on day 1.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. Drinks all around.
All right. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Have a great one.
Yeah, you too.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to finish my fire hose thing, because it involved cum.
Well, that's
Everything with you involves cum.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's hot in this bitch.
What's up, Zia?
Whoa, take it off. Woo!
This shirt is hot. I swear I have clothes on. It's fucking roasting in this bitch.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Oh.
Cool. I don't want to get, like, nudie in front of the guests.
I will. I don't think he can see.
Oh, I guess that's true.
The reason why I brought up that milk thing was because I forgot. I think they were playing asshole. And you know how Grant doesn't drink. He decided to play with milk, and he threw up very quickly. It was really gross.
That's so disgusting.
It was funny though.
Fuck Pog. I mean, that's essentially what happened. It was like, he's gone. I gotta get naked.
Gotta get naked.
It was hot, and that fucking fly, like the worst fucking timing. It was like this long, and I'm like, God, this is why we can't have nice things. Fucking flies. Like, we could not have a good.
That's when you say, like, Mark, you're a damn doctor. I should not have to be living with vermin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So now that we've had
all right, the
awesome
show's over
guests
with,
on,
right?
the show's over. Yeah, we're done. Bye, bitches. No, let's get into the normal shenanigans.
All right, so
admin stuff.
Yeah, so real quick, guys. I just want to point out that we appreciate everyone who is buying stuff through our Amazon, Newegg, Jinx, and Groupon links. It is helping support World of Podcasts right now, and so continue that. iTunes and Stitcher, please, if you are listening to us, drop us 5 stars, give us a review. We love that stuff. We absolutely love it. We love you guys for helping us out. It helps people find us, and we love reading what you guys have to say because you always have ridiculously awesome things to say. And if you're listening to us on Stitcher on your mobile device, give us a thumbs up, add us to your favorites list.
Hey, I did that.
Good for you, Ray.
Well, no, I was listening to it on Stitcher. I tweeted it.
Yes.
I saw it.
And if you tweet that you're listening to us mid-show, like through Stitcher or whatever, we will retweet the shit out of you because we love you. We love all of you.
We love the fuck out of you.
All right, so we don't want to get too deep into what we've been doing this week because we got a whole lot more show going on tonight. So,
I feel so out of sorts.
Ray.
Well, yeah.
It's your show.
Well, I know.
Or segment.
But you said you didn't want to do it. You just said you were not going to get into that.
No, we are, but we're going to make it quick.
Oh. All right. Well, go, Seraph.
Well, let's see. Well, I finished my whiskey during our interview, and I'm working on my beer now. Nice. So I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow morning. So
let's get gone.
I am. I bought bacon jerky for the trip too, so that's exciting.
Gone.
I'd rather just have bacon. The bacon jerky was disappointing.
Well, let's see.
Same thing.
Our guild killed Garush once again because we can, yo. Step off. So I was also getting trained by a fellow guildie, nap time in Hearthstone.
Train? You got a train ran on you?
No, not running a train. I was being trained in Hearthstone by nap time.
Train has no brakes.
Nap time is actually pretty good. And then I was also playing beta with him, but then the whole server crashed, so we stopped playing that. And I tried playing StarCraft 2 today, but was interrupted by my 10-month-old Hulk baby refusing to sleep. And I call him a Hulk baby. No yawning, Zia. I'm looking right at you. Stop it. Stop it, you dirty fush.
I saw somebody say wrote they came for the moon, and I yawned because God help me if I see the moon.
So now you fucking mentioned it. He might not have seen it. Now he's gonna do it. Seraph normally talks like this, but when something else is on the screen, he talks like this. Oh my God!
He talks like this because he's on the moon.
You are like the worst friends a guy could ever have. I hope
that's
you know
because
that.
we're not friends. Shut up.
I hope you both. Go to the moon!
You are so dumb.
That's that dopey laugh. It's so cute. It's like,
all right. So beyond that, Zia, what about you? What have you been up to?
I finished Full Metal Alchemist today, and that series is phenomenal. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I finished it today. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm so glad I watched it. Sarah's a fucking nut. If you've never watched that show, you should watch it. It's on Netflix if you have Netflix.
That reminds me. By the way, I'm Super Bacon. But Ray, I think during my trip I may try to pick up that anime you've been trying to get Zia to watch that she refuses to watch.
Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you get to like episode 3 or 4. Don't be depressed. It gets better.
I'm not depressed. I'm bacon.
It is depressing, but that's why the show's powerful. It's powerful. Grips you.
All right.
Zia should watch Sword Art.
Okay, I'll watch Sword Art next.
All right.
So, all right. Let's see. We did some housework, which kind of sucked. I built some things, some shelves, because the peons weren't around to do it for me. And I went camping on Friday night, which was kind of fun.
That's not a fancy thing to do.
No.
Oh, hold on. It depends. Was she in like a RV with all the accoutrement?
No, she was in a Porsche.
I was not.
She parked in a parking lot. She considers that camping.
That was an impressive word, by the way. No, I actually slept in a tent, and there was some tree roots under the tent that was hard.
Yeah.
So I slept badly.
She fucked a tree.
I didn't fuck a tree. I felt like I fucked a tree. I felt like I got fucked by a tree.
Mm-hmm. And by tent, she means mansion.
Yeah.
It is a 4-person tent, so it's not a small tent.
Mansion.
Mansion tent. It was like a Harry Potter tent where it looks really tiny and dingy, and you go in and it's like, bam. Yeah.
Like a tentis instead of a TARDIS.
Yeah, my tent is a TARDIS. And yeah, I guess that's really all I fucking got. Other than, no, that's really all that I have.
All right. So at Massive Land, I'll just give you the update for Massive Land.
Okay.
Amy didn't go, and I bought an extra seat. So Dan and I had 4 seats. So I got to stretch my shit out. I brought my big screen, so we watched anime while we played games. The only problem was we were right next to a fucking giant speaker because they make announcements.
Oh, it would put me in a bad mood.
Dan and I couldn't record our gameplay because it was jarring. Like, it was like literally like we're sitting here and then it's just like, it's like, shut up. So next year I'm gonna make sure I'm not next to a fucking speaker. But it was fun. We didn't get to kill an Ender Dragon in Minecraft like we wanted to. And we went and had 5 guys. It's good stuff. I got bacon on my burger, Sarah.
Yes.
And here, okay,
yes!
so here is the main thing at Massive Land, and you're gonna appreciate this.
Bacon.
Shut up, Sarah. Shut up for a second.
Bacon.
So I'm wearing my Loot Crate Zelda shirt, and I just wear it because it's comfy. I've never played Zelda. Everyone knows this. So we walk in there. The guy behind the thing says like, "Oh shit, Zelda! Love that game." And I was just like, "Yeah," like I didn't say anything. And Dan just goes, "You know he's never played that game, right?" And I'm just like, "You fucker." So this guy's like, "You ever played Zelda? You wear the shirt?" And the guy that was sweeping looked over at me like he wanted to kill me. Like, it was out of a fucking sitcom. It was so hilarious. I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." Dan threw me under the bus, and like the guys were just giving me dirty looks the rest of the time. I'm like, God damn. Like, to be fair, I never had a Nintendo until the N64, so it's fucking ridiculous. I started watching Naruto at the request of a couple. What?
It's probably another anime, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you figured
it's
it
interesting. Out. Yeah, it is. And Sword Art Season 2 started, so we've been watching that too. It's good shit. Got new headphones right here.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, I need a new pair. I can't hear myself talk. These things are very, like, encompassing of the ear.
You shouldn't be able to hear yourself talk. I mean, like, it... Like,
no.
It doesn't make sense. Like, it's your own voice, so...
No, but, like...
Oh, dear God.
Like, if
you
it
know,
was... like...
Yeah, like, it's like your ears are fucking covered.
How much chemicals did you put in your hair?
What do you mean?
I'm worried about Zia. That the chemicals from the red are seeping into her brain.
No, fuck off! That was a joke!
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Come on!
Whoa!
Bring it!
Whoa!
Fuck off, Seraph.
Whoa!
I'll agree with her.
Whoa! Whoa!
Get big on this camera.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey, don't be throwing evil tit at me. Don't you pull that at, no, you sit down.
Maslow's gonna come and cut a bitch.
575. Alright.
575, you bitch.
And I don't know if you guys knew this, but after the show 2 weeks ago, I'm waiting for this to work. I don't know if it's working. Oh, I gotta calibrate it.
God damn it, Ray.
Hi.
No.
Hi.
Boo. Boo this man.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we waited to do this until after Jason left.
Hi, Zia.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Jesus. Alright, can we get some bacon news going?
Oh no, Seraph. I'm gonna talk like this.
Alright, bacon news. Here we go.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
All right, Bacon World Championship. So I got an email from Justin, and he basically said that because we love bacon so much, he wanted to let us know that, so yeah, there's a Bacon World Championship. There's like a cooking challenge in Las Vegas. I'm trying to pull up the date here of this. I had it written down, and I think it's November 13th through 15th, so it's like the week after BlizzCon. It's the Bacon World Championship. There's a Bacon World Championship. You win a gold-plated one of these. That's what you win. A gold-plated stuffed bacon. That's what you win. No, probably not. But this is amazing.
That is pretty awesome.
So, yeah. So Justin, thank you for letting me know. I will unfortunately not be able to go.
Maybe you should go next year. I feel like that's like a place to be.
I feel like it is.
Like live cast. And it's in Vegas. Like, how fun would that be?
I would just sit there. I would need to be eating bacon while watching the Bacon World Championships. I feel like that's a thing. Ray, stop looking confused.
My video and audio is screwed up. It's behind.
You're behind.
Thanks.
All right.
I like you behind.
So, Bacon World Championships, November 13th through 15th, Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby. I want to go there really
This is
badly.
the king of bacon talking about bacon.
Bacon.
BlizzCon.
Sarah, I just got a text message from Dan. He's listening to the show.
I can't see what that says.
Can't see what it says. Bacon news sucks.
Fuck you, Dan.
Suck it.
Suck and fuck. All right. I think we got a little bit of show news now.
All right. Right of the news.
And now here's some bullshit that happened somewhere.
Right. So, World of Podcast Anaheim 2014. Oh boy, we got some awesome stuff going on. Are we allowed to talk about it? Is it
Well, Icy Veins, that's official.
Icy Veins is official.
Icy Veins is a sponsor, so we are very excited about that. Oh, for the love of, get the anime shit
Ray's
down.
really excited.
Anime faces suck on video, Ray.
Are we allowed to talk about the thing that they're doing and what that means for World of Podcast?
Not yet. Not yet. That's because that's not official yet. But
Sarah's always reeling me in, guys. I'm sorry.
No, but suffice to say that our event is growing. Let's leave it at that. It is growing.
And growing very, very well.
It's growing tentacles.
So we are very excited. So I mean, so that brings us to Ask Mr. Robot, Icy Veins, Open Raid, and Doghouse Systems all sponsoring our event right now. And, of course, it's presented by Catalyst Gaming Media. So we are very, very excited about everything that's going on. World of Podcast, Anaheim 2014. It's set to be a pretty monstrous event. It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be huge.
Hey, I just want to point out, hey, Dan, are you still listening? Because Lucid Knight in the chat room says, anyone who hates bacon news fails at life. Fails at life. Boom.
That's okay. I'll still fuck your hat.
That's a knowledge bomb right there. All right.
His
hat was shit out of that hat.
His hat was lonely.
But on top of all that, for World of Podcasts, we've been doing Saturday Night Showdowns. So, like Will from Bit of Geek and Nerdery and Adam from The Nexus and Monk Meditation. They've kind of been running a show. Last night, they actually had Willie Dills from The Angry Chicken and Robert Wing, who writes for BlizzPro. Both on. It was an epic match. It's all up on YouTube and up on the World Podcast site. You should definitely go check it out.
Me.
What?
I got a question. So it was somebody from Angry Chicken. That's a bird. Robert Wing. That's Bird RP.
I am so done with you, Ray. It's not even
Bird
funny.
RP, motherfucker.
Notice how the marquee doesn't mention Bird RP, so go. All right, but no, truly, it was a really, really epic showing. And next week they're going to be testing out some StarCraft 2 stuff. And so as not to look like fools, they have asked another fool to do the first beta version of StarCraft 2, namely me. I actually thought they were asking me to play Hearthstone, so I haven't played StarCraft 2 in a while. So now I gotta pick it up and try and figure out what's what. So I'll be playing next week against writer for Catalyst, Tarkonis. So we'll see how that all goes.
Any news on non-Hearthstone things?
I just told you, StarCraft 2 next week.
2.
What the fuck, Ray?
Oh, that's right, StarCraft. Something I'm also not good at.
I'm terrible at StarCraft. Oh, and by the way, anybody who's been donating through our link that has been going through World of Podcast, and there was a recent donation that was of a very nice sum, so thank you to that person.
$5, you're welcome.
I'm assuming that you listened to the show. Thank you for the $5, Ray. That was kind of you. No,
yes, we really do appreciate everyone who is donating. It definitely helps. Just because we have sponsor doesn't mean that the event is completely covered. There's a lot more stuff that we want to do, so every little bit helps. And to the people who are helping us out, we definitely want to definitely thank you, and hopefully we can thank you in some awesome ways coming up. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hand shandies all over the place. Also,
right, hand shandies and
that's
bacon.
Skiers going on here.
Skiers. I knew a girl that did that back in high school.
Oh,
no way!
She sat between two guys and went skiing.
Oh, for the love of God! All right.
Yeah.
On that note, let's move on to our next bit of news. So, Sony. You need to pay your bills. And I have a nice little animated GIF.
Bills.
I have a nice little animated GIF going on here of Stewie beating up Brian on our feed.
Oh, I'm sure that's really necessary.
It is absolutely. Where's my money, man? Where's my goddamn money? But no,
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, so Sony had a few of their gaming sites taken down because they didn't pay their bill. Namely, games like EverQuest 2 and Sony Online Entertainment were down for a few hours because they didn't pay their damn bills. Pay your bills, people. That's really it. I just found this amusing. God damn it. But yeah, so it would have been funnier if someone was cyber squatting on like EverQuest 2, but I guess no one's really playing that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sarah, I forgot to mention this when I was listening to the show, your guys' show you did without me. I took a couple of notes, and I forgot to say.
Here we go. Here it comes. All
right,
ready for this?
This is just a stream of me writing shit while I was listening. Sarah is to podcasting what Carrot Top is to comedy. You're a hack. Zia is anti-burn RP. This bacon segment is too long. Sarah isn't responsible by saying he shouldn't drive a $500,000 car because he can't not be drunk. There is no need for clip art during the show. None whatsoever. Get rid of it.
Alright, chat. I'm gonna...
And then, again, in capital letters, there is no fucking need for this stupid window. All it had was a bunch of Simpsons characters on it, and you put a fucking stock image of bacon when you were talking about bacon, as if nobody knows what it looks like. Also, the last
colorful things.
I don't care.
It's fun. It's fun, Ray.
Zia can do a decent Arnold impression.
A decent what?
Arnold. It was actually not bad. You did one last week.
All right. So here's what I want to know: if people are listening or watching the show via video, I want to know: do you like the clip art or no? Because if you don't,
or would you like our faces to be bigger?
Our face would be bigger. Well,
yeah. I want fucking.
Well, hold on. I don't know if we'd be bigger because then I'd have to do something with the.
I got an idea.
The agenda. There.
I'm just saying. We gotta look into this. All right, that was my little like.
All right, I'm done with you. All right, let's move on to some BlizzCon news.
You are dismissed.
No, that is not what I wanted.
Are you sure?
I am pretty positive. All right, well, I don't have the right damn clip art. God damn it! I'm gonna add it. I don't really give a shit.
Well, so the link we had that had the Twitter. So here's a.
Is that Jay Moore?
I think MMO Champion has a thread going that has the original tweet because the link we had doesn't work. So I guess it got deleted. For some reason.
Know.
But yeah, Chris Hardwick from the Nerdist is hosting BlizzCon.
I like this change.
It's upsetting.
Why, Ray?
Does a good Tracy Morgan impression.
I mean, it doesn't really make or break anything. I just like Chris Hardwick. Good for him. That's awesome.
I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Good pick.
Look, I got him there. I got him on the clip art. See, boom, boom, fixed it.
Because nobody knows who Chris Hardwick is. I am gonna punch your face.
So, someone may not know who he is, Ray, but now they can. They can look at him and say that is someone who is unkempt because he hasn't shaved and his hair is spiky like Ray's. That's what they're gonna say. But they're also gonna say he is much better looking than you, Ray. That's what they're gonna say.
Whoa.
Like, I give a fuck.
Probably has a bigger dick than you too.
We'll see.
All right.
I'm gonna go up there and pull it out and make it hard and then compare it. It's not gay.
I think going like in general, just the fact that they picked like a fellow geek, I think is a good pick. The only person better who they could have picked would have been Dave Chappelle, I think.
What? What the fuck does Dave Chappelle have to do with anything?
He plays WoW.
I would never leave if it was Dave Chappelle. Let it be known that I don't know about World Podcast anymore if Dave Chappelle was there, because holy shit, I love that guy. Yeah.
I just don't see it. For hosting?
People are going off about Singled Out.
Yeah.
You remember that show, dude?
Is that the one with Jenny McCarthy?
Yes.
Was Chris Hardwick on that?
And they, yeah.
Oh.
And they'd bring people on, you know what I'm talking about? And then you'd have to they would match them up and shit.
I don't. I remember the show, but I don't remember what the show was about. So.
It's about they were on the beach, and it's like, hey guys, I'm 18, let's fuck, and you just had it was like a game show in a way, but at the end you got the girl, or it was one girl and a big group of guys, and they'd have to do stupid shit to get in her pants, and yeah.
All right, so well, needless to say, I like it. So next up is Nax. Curse of Nax Random on the Hearthstone is being released July 22nd, so I'll be on vacation, so I'll have to partake. I'm going to partake. I think you guys are kind of done with Hearthstone, though.
I never even played it.
Well, Ray's never played
done.
it.
I just am kind of terrible, so.
Yeah, well, this is probably good then for you because it's more of a single-player campaign.
Well, fun.
So you play against the computer, so maybe this might be something for you. So if you play during the launch event, the first wing is free. After that, additional wings are 700 gold, or you can buy everything for $19.99. During the launch event only. So launch event is going to last, it sounds like, a month.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pay for it with money. So I'm going to probably just buy the whole expansion
buy the whole
there
shebang.
for $20 during the launch
I would
event.
pay for it with gold because that's how I roll.
I don't have enough gold. So
just saying.
All right. Well, we want to kind of cover a bit of beta updates. We want to cover that. That's always a thing.
Those are good things. Level cap has been raised to 96.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic if the server didn't crash every 5 minutes for me. So, which kind of stinks.
But it's beta.
It is beta. It is.
Going, I pay for this. No, you don't.
Well, so here's my thing. Is that everyone's like, oh man, they're raising the level cap to 96 now. They're almost ready to release. I'm like, I don't feel that this beta is polished enough that they're close to a release candidate.
That would mean you were playing.
It's so
I
yeah, or whatever. But let's see. They opened up. Ashran is open on the level 100 PvP realm. Mechatorque. They said Skyreach is playable. I have no idea what Skyreach is. I should probably know what this is. I'm like a horrible person. Quick, Skyreach. What is it?
Probably a PvP zone.
Skyreach. Yeah.
Show us those pits. Skyreach is a new dungeon. It's a dungeon. Okay, Skyreach is a dungeon. Boom. And they added 2 new character models, the Draenei female and the Undead female. Which, by the way, I saw a lot of people on social media complaining about the Draenei female's waggle was gone. Apparently the Draenei female had a little waggle to her booty, and they got rid of it. And Blizzard folks have said, look, the animations aren't 100% complete, but the waggle is gone.
If that is what you're complaining about, you're probably playing the beta for the wrong reason.
Just complain about everything. If there's we want updated character model. Oh, they're wrong. The face, the nipples. How are the females' nipples? Why can't we see those?
What's wrong with that?
I know.
It's Nipplegate. It's Blizzard's clear bias against men.
Sarah, we should get all up in arms and start a petition about female nipples and WoW.
It's just a nipple, people.
Yeah.
It's just a nipple.
Some girls don't even have nipples.
Look, you go to Europe and there's like topless women doing orange juice commercials.
See, your face when I said it, some girls don't have nipples.
Some dudes don't have nipples.
Like you.
I still want to see that.
Well, I mean, like you could like. Never mind.
Does it hurt when you touch it?
No, it's just.
Is it just skin?
Yeah, it's just like
this.
It's
like
just
skin.
It's just no. Well, you see the areola of the thing, but it's just flat. It's flat. No,
For some reason, it just makes my boob hurt when I think about that.
No nipple.
I'll make your fucking boob hurt.
Lost it. Went over my handlebars when I was a kid.
Makes sense.
Hit the asphalt. Came right off.
I have a scar right above my nipple from a Dalmatian. When I was a kid. I got maimed by him. Yeah.
Bit in the tip.
No, it wasn't bit. It was his claw or fucking paw, whatever you call it. Scratched me.
Lucid Nice's Seraphis should glue a piece of bacon where his nipple used to be.
He'd be sucking on his nipples every 2 seconds.
Yeah, see, that would be a problem. I would.
You're doing that number.
All right, let's see. So Bashiok chimed in with why they moved the faction hubs, and basically it's because putting the faction hubs where they originally said would have taken too much time. Of course, people are like, oh, you're just adding the animations, you're just adding the characters. You know, I've been a developer in a previous life. I have done development work, and it's never just, oh, let's just add shit into the game and all of a sudden it's done. So clearly putting this, like, combined type area out in wherever they're putting it now was faster on their part to do. So, you know what? You're not unless you're a developer who's developing video games and knows Blizzard's process, shut the fuck up at this point. Who cares? Who cares where the fucking faction hub is? You're going to spend most of your time on your garrison anyway. It's not going to matter. And you're just going to port back to the main city of Stormwind. Or Orgrimmar.
That sounds like me.
It's all that's going to happen. You're not even going to use these new faction hubs. You weren't going to use the old ones. It's over.
I barely
Move
use
on.
Veil.
Find a new, like, cause to... Look, people, here's the thing.
Like the booty waggle. I mean, people did find a new
Look,
cause.
this is not the hill you want to die on. As an argument, alright? Just
It's the internet. They'll die on every hill.
I mean, this... Yeah, this is not the hill to die on, people. Trust me, there's probably much bigger things.
Don't jump in front of the fucking person and take the bullet for this one.
Where your faction hub is a minor issue.
Yeah, it's just like the male nipple. It doesn't matter.
Trust me, I know about
Sarah's
this.
ahead in the evolution curve.
Yeah. No, I don't like the idea of that.
I am actually. I like that. I like that. I'm
fucking
ahead.
alcoholic bacon eater. No, I don't want it.
I am. Well,
You're
let's
not.
think about this, Ray. I
No.
have really low cholesterol, low blood pressure.
You fucking
I'm
pay your
losing
doctor
weight,
off.
and I eat bacon and drink beer.
Your doctor, you like fucking put your thumbprint on the iPhone and it says you like bacon. You're like, I'm healthy. Like,
I have test results that prove otherwise.
bullshit.
Well, no, to prove I'm healthy. Never mind. You know,
See, the
Zia,
alcoholic
in
part
this
was
light,
true.
your hair kind of looks like bacon. Well, the top of your head, anyway.
Oh my god.
Look wavy, weevily.
He's like that fucking.
Just saying.
Remember that Bugs
Gonna
Bunny
eat your hair.
cartoon
Gonna eat
where,
your
like,
hair. How?
The guys
Does that
on
mean
the
you want to eat
islands.
me?
Oh, I want to eat your hair.
Those guys on the
It's
island
weird.
keep on looking at each other and they see like a burger. That's what Sarah sees right now, and he's looking at Zia like, oh,
bacon.
fucking bacon.
Well, last week she was wearing a bacon dress. So she's taunting me here.
I know. I watched.
She's taunting me. It's ridiculous. All right, that's our news. Let's move into some FOSS. I got a whole bunch this week.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Saddam Hussein of Iraq.
Ray, you want to go first, buddy?
We have Foff. Seraph looks silly. I'm gonna say Foff to the speaker placement at Massive Land.
You really didn't like that speaker.
No, Dan and I had plans to fucking capture some Minecraft playing, but no.
And AJ is forever making announcements at Massive Land.
It wasn't him most of the time either. It was other people. Also,
really?
On the last day, there was a
Nobody eat the licorice. The licorice has gone bad.
There was a garbage can right behind where I was too. So on Sunday, when everyone's packing up, that thing got overflowed, and I don't know how people had smelly garbage after 2 days. It's so gross.
You really sell Massive Land to the masses, right?
Well, no, I mean
it's fun.
It is fun, but those
I want to go next year.
Fucking, that's like 6 years or whatever in a row, and like this is the first time that I've had a complaint about it. Like, also the way they do the giveaways at the end, I was not a big fan of, because you have to wait in line for a fucking raffle ticket. I was just like, you know what? I'm out of here. I had 3 chances to win. I'm just like, never mind.
Zia?
Well, I'm going to go ahead with mine.
Go for it, Zia.
Fuck Hulu. I had never used Hulu until this past weekend, because I wanted to watch the last season of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because Netflix has 4 and Hulu, for whatever reason, has the last 5th one. And so I didn't realize Hulu has ads. Like, you pay for Hulu, but there's still ads in the middle of your fucking show. Yeah.
That's fucking nonsense.
And it's not just one ad when it first starts. Like, okay, an ad plays, and I looked at Mark, and maybe I'm spoiled by Netflix, but this ad comes on, and I look at him, and I'm like, first of all, we paid for this for a week. Just for the week. Well, it's a free trial for the week, but I'm assuming that it's, even when it's not free, there's still ads. Somebody please correct me.
I don't know, I've never paid.
Yep, there's still ads even when you pay for it.
Even when you pay for it. Okay, I was say, if it's not, then I retract my FOF, but if it's still ads, even if you pay for it, that's bullshit. Because if there's one ad, I could deal with it, but for a paid service, so, yeah, and the ads, like, have nothing to do. And I remember sitting next to Mark, and he was like, these ads aren't even targeted ads. Like, we're watching an anime, and they're showing, like, Estee Lauder commercials and car commercials, and I'm like, you know, they were fucking, like, they were talking about, like, pizza and energy drinks and shit like that. At least target the ads if you're gonna show me ads. Don't fucking show me bullshit about chicks wanting other chicks' lipstick colors and shit. Yeah, I was pissed. I didn't expect that.
Would you say that they
have to watch
jumped the shark?
Then no. You're shoehorning, Seraph. You're dumb. Again, this is the Carrot Top of podcasting right here. These are his fucking props.
Oh, yeah,
Seraph.
Yeah, Velvet Dove. They were like, oh, choose out of these 2 commercials, like this one about, like, it was for makeup, and it's like, one of them was like this bitch, and she's at the bar, right? She's sitting at the bar, she's looking at this couple, and she's just like stink-eyeing this couple, and then it like shows the girl with the man. She like takes a drink of her martini, and she sticks her tits out, and like walks away, leaves her lipstick on the bar, and like the chick who was watching them steals the lipstick. Like, there's so many fucking things wrong with that. It makes me angry on so many levels, these fucking ads.
Well, Amorla's...
And what's in the ads, it just...
Amorla's right. It's basically just like watching TV.
It's
owned by, like, a lot of TV channels. I forgot which TV channels actually own Hulu.
Yeah, that's what Mark said, and that's why the ads are there, is because TV channels.
Yeah. But basically, it's essentially their way of saying, well, here's another option other than through cable.
Yeah.
It's basically an experiment, I almost feel.
I guess it's cheaper.
It's
but then again, like, why not have Netflix where you don't have any ads? And Will is in the channel. Let me go get a towel.
Jesus.
Stop everything. I get a towel. He's sick, so I won't bother him.
You said you finished that show, though, right?
Brotherhood, yeah. We pretty much watched it within 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks. I mean, we plowed through it.
I was just curious. I could have helped you out there.
There was some really fucked up shit in that show. Like, some really stomach-turning, like, whoa, that's demented. But Sarah
watch Attack on Titan. Dan will tell you.
No.
You have to.
Not. Full Metal Alchemist was about that line where I was like, Okay, this is kind of hard. This particular thing.
Well, I'm
But
kind
that
of
was-
hard, Zia. So how about that?
Anyway, that was my fault. It was Hulu.
Sarah Foff.
All right, so, well, first off, I want to say props to my company for finally firing the colossal fucktard that kept promoting, even though she cost the company millions. Literally millions.
Whoa.
But they finally fired her, so I'm pretty psyched about that. She was on my list. By the way, I have a list at work of everyone who I would fire if, like, our chief executive officer said, hey, I'm putting you in charge for one day. Who do you want to get rid of?
Is this actually like a physical list that exists?
No, it's in my head. It's in my head. 'Cause if I wrote it down, that would be really bad.
That's kind of
Is her kiss on your list?
I have a kill list.
Your kiss is all
No.
around us.
All right. Now, well, before I get into my fun, I want to do one more props. I want to say props to Karan, Chili, Esmeralda, and several others for calling out a specific entitled community spokesperson in, well, past World of Warcraft community, now in the WildStar community. Good on all of you for calling that shit out, because people should never feel so fucking entitled as that person did. So good on all of you.
I have no idea what's going on, so I'm gonna have
Someone
to
who in the community who has their head up their butt and
Yes.
thinks that they are the end all.
Yes, and they were basically like, I can't believe the devs got an interview with that podcast instead of us. We're the ones who speak blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
Fuck you. Fuck you. But props to Karan. Like I said, Karan Chili was involved in that, Esmeralda, so good on all of you.
Fucking Chili will throw down.
Yes, she will. Alright, now my foff. Fuck off to the cashier at Target, who looked at my purchase of bacon jerky today, gave me a dirty look, and said, bacon jerky. Like that. I responded back, it's delicious. Don't you judge me. Now scan that fucking bacon jerky with a smile and give my kid a fucking sticker because she said please.
So was she maybe she'd never seen bacon jerky before.
No, she had some fucking attitude.
Maybe she was a vegan.
Yeah.
She can go fuck herself.
Whoa. Okay.
You don't
All right.
judge.
I
don't,
still feel like
Hey,
somehow
look,
she's
this is
right.
the same complaint Will had when he was like at the grocery store. Is long fun where like they're judging everything. No, don't fucking judge and don't ask me fucking questions about my purchases. You know what? When you're on your break, go fucking look for it yourself. Bacon jerky's delicious. You should be thanking me for introducing it to you. You should say thank you, sir. What aisle can I find this in? Because you are a god. That's what I want to hear. Other than that, fuck off.
All right. We're getting all kinds of them in the chat room. If somebody can copy those over, I'll start reading.
All right.
So from Jonathan Neofu, CT. Oh, good grief! There's a whole lot of things going on here. Seabrawl. I don't know. There's a lot of things written down. But anyway, his flaw for the week goes to Rimgar for ruining Rugrats for me. I cry for days after his blasphemy. Ruining Rugrats? How could you ruin Rugrats? Halt,
It's probably some one of those stupid fucking things where, like, hey, look at this. This is what Rugrats really means, and it's just people trying to spoil everything that everyone feels
Rugrats,
nostalgic
a
about.
microcosm for like society and
No.
yeah.
No. It's a fucking cartoon.
I want to point out that Fakpupog said "foff" to that lady too, meaning the lady who checked me out, and and Toasty Posting said "foff" to preachy vegans, probably the same thing.
Yeah.
And Will said "Amen." Surface, boom.
I still feel like she was right somehow.
Fuck you, Ray.
I feel like you needed to be judged.
No. All right.
Are you eating the bacon jerky?
Well, I will on my car ride.
No, I'm saying
tomorrow.
we're eating it in front of her and be like, "This is delicious."
No, well, I should have. I should have just taken it away from her and just started scarving like, "Yeah, it's fucking delicious," and then throw the empty bag in her face. That's what I should have done. All right. So we got a call, and it is, well, I'm just gonna play it.
Oh boy, I want to say fuck people who stand too close in line to me. What are you, European? No, you're not. You're a creepy weirdo guy buying a whole bunch of bread for something. Okay? Last person who had no personal bubble that I knew of was a sailor from the Royal Navy. And she was okay, despite the fact that she loved to nag me. What the heck? Also, fuck the people who talk about politics at work. Look, I'm surrounded by TVs with Fox News on. We all know why they're watching it. And it's not for what the ladies are saying. Huh? That's why I have to wear earplugs to block everyone out. What am I gonna do? Turn around and make Morlock noises every time they say something? Woo! It doesn't work that way. Nope. Huh? I'm usually listening to noise. Literally, brown red noise. My favorite. Huh? Well, the end.
So I want to know why Mickey Mouse is surrounded by Fox News. Yes? No? No one?
I have no idea.
All right.
Did I tell you about the guy that I work with that thinks that there's an episode of Johnny Bravo has a poster for a movie that shows two towers on fire that says coming soon, and he thinks that has something to do with 9/11.
Whoa. That's a really good Mickey impression, by the way. Bok. Holy shit.
There are dumb people that
He
you have to deal
clearly
with.
said, Fogbuck said it was not from him.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what he said in the email. It
could have been Vahat.
It's like, this is
really
clearly
good.
Mickey. It's clearly Mickey.
Thank you for talking to Mickey for us. Whoever you are.
We did get a call from Maslow.
Left Tits.
Hello, Sundering. This is Maslow again, or Evil Left Tit, as I'm better known as. I have Fyst, so I love you guys, by the way. So props to the Sundering for being awesome. Fyst, fucking Helen at work again. Yes, you guys all know Helen, the bitch from hell. That's why hell is in her name. I'm certain of this. But anyway, let me tell you what this bitch did this time. There are two people who are able to do overrides where I work. One of them is named Amy. One of them is named Mark. Amy's been on vacation the last 2 days. Oh my God, is it Wednesday yet? We need Amy back. But anyway, the second one, Mark, at that point, and I had my override, was on lunch. So thus, there was nobody available to do overrides legally. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just cancel, because I didn't know Mark was at lunch. I just thought maybe he was in the vault, because that happens. He goes in the vault. So anyway, Helen's like, oh, well, I can do your override. It's like, no, you can't. You're not authorized. Oh, well, Mark said that I could do it. Well, Mark didn't tell me. She goes, I said, if I get in trouble for this, she goes, you're not going to get in trouble. I said, well, the last time you did one for me, Amy talked to me. She goes, no, she didn't. Seriously? I should be the one to know if Amy talked to me about something because I was there, bitch. You weren't. Anyway, she forced an override through, which I was going to cancel, but she bullied her way in through there and did that. So now I can get in trouble because that bitch forced an override through. I swear, if I get in trouble, I'm bringing this bitch down with me, and I'm not even playing. So Helen, you best hope and pray, bitch, that I don't get talked to about this because I'm bringing you down. You need to stop. You need to quit thinking that you know everything and quit thinking that you're the boss, because you're not. Furthest thing from it. But that's all I have for today. So I will see you guys on Sunday night. Cannot wait. Yay! And hopefully Ray. I missed you last week, Ray. But anyway, love you guys, and see you guys soon. Bye.
I love you too, Left Tit.
The fact is, people loved our show without Ray. Just gonna throw that out there.
But not fucking Helen, because she's a cunt.
Helen is a cunty bitch.
Fucking Helen.
On the same level as the Target cashier today. So there. Alright. We got, Riku has a few Fofs. Oh wait, no, Joe B. Joe B has a call. Lots of calls this week. Lots of calls. Joe B.
Hey guys, it's Joe B. I've had my couple beers and I'm ready to give my props and FOF. So my prop is to my new job. I now have one of the easiest jobs, just prepping in a kitchen. I just make sure that everybody has what they need to cook your food. And it's so easy, and they realize how much experience I have, and they constantly tell me how good I'm doing, and such a change, and I'm loving it. And it's right around the corner. I just walked to work. Well, and then I got my FOF, and you'll love this one. All right, so I left my job. The boss was all pew and wanted to go ahead and hit me with everything he had and hit my paycheck last week. Well, he texts me on Monday and says, oh, well, I see that you went ahead and put a review on Yelp, and that's really low, and started, like, talking about how I was a man that, you know, wasn't worth his salt. And it was funny. And I'm sitting there going, what in the fuck are you talking about? So I come home, and I look on Yelp, and sure enough, there's a review from a customer talking about how bland the food was, and the service was terrible, and yada, yada, system, bada. And I was like, huh. And I look at the reply, and there's my boss, and goes, well, this comment is from a disgruntled employee that couldn't get to work, and this and that, and that we've gotten rid of him. He thought it was me writing a review. Kicker, the person that wrote the review updated the review, and was like, I have no idea what the fuck this guy's talking about. I've never worked for them. I don't know what he's talking about, because I just had a shit experience. And rather than try and take care of me and try and, take care of the situation and maybe say, hey, come on back, we'll do better this time, he just makes excuses. So you can go ahead and fuck yourself. And I'm sitting there and I'm just laughing. I'm like, this idiot is so paranoid that it can't even see in front that, oh, this is a sincere person that had a shit experience, and he just wanted to make excuses, and he wound up just making a fool of himself. Oh, it was so nice. It was so nice. Y'all take it easy and stay fancy. Check you later.
I will not stay fancy.
I will. And that's fucking hilarious.
Stay
fancy. Thought that you did that. Stay fancy, my friend.
I have gone on Yelp and left bad reviews of places that have gotten rid of my friends.
Wait, what?
I've gone on Yelp and said, like, yeah, they treat their servers like crap. That's why the service sucks.
Ah.
But anyway, all right. Riku has some FOFs. Ray, let's get you involved.
FOF to crappy hamburgers. How hard is it to fuck up a burger? Apparently, really easy. FOF to work keeping me from the campathon.
That's the /2 campathon.
Yeah, I'm considering. I was looking into going to that, but then I realized our 200th episode is that weekend. So, like, I don't want to risk missing our 200th episode because I'm stranded in West Virginia. FOF to some Rule 34 stuff. Some things are sacred. Yeah.
Rule 34. Hold on.
You know what that is. If it exists, there's part of it.
Oh, that's Rule 34?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Woof. What is this?
Did you just woof at us? Woof.
I said whoosh.
Oh, I thought you said woof.
No, I'm not DMX.
Woof.
I wish I was sometimes, but I didn't bark at you.
No. Woof is not DMX. Woof is more like, what, Little Bow Wow or something, right?
No.
Woof.
So yeah, I posted the link in Skype. Look up anything, and I guarantee there's porn of it. I guarantee it. Like, it's a search
I don't know if I
engine.
want to look this up.
Well, no, just you wanted to know what it is. Look up Full Metal Alchemist. How about that?
Full Metal Alchemist. It's
All right,
not be
all right. Well, while you're looking that up, I'm gonna play Rick and Morty's FOF.
Greetings. My name is Mr. Rigger and Morty. And there's many things in this world piss a man off, but I might as well say hello. So I'd be Seraphis. Nothing wrong with a little bit of bacon. I ain't saying, Rafis, Skittles, fruit color rainbow things, it'll do a man good. I'm sure that. Oh, and Zia. Who could fit a pretty girl like her? As I was saying, there are many things that make a man angry. This kind of weather, hot, sticky, sweaty, working all day in the fields, that's gonna piss the man off. So I'm gonna say fuck off to the weather, the humidity, and all the other bullshit the rest of us have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But thank heavens I've got Sundering to listen to on my days off and my evenings, and I can sit on the porch and relax and listen to y'all swearing and talk about sex and other sexual things. It's all good. So it's short and sweet this week. I hope you all are well. Looking forward to hearing another show. Hopefully one day I'll be on again soon. Anyway, this is Big Emoji. A bit like Morgan Freeman, but not quite the same sense. Cheers.
Rigamorty?
I think that was his southern. Ragamuffin.
Ray's like, I'm not participating.
Zia, did you get that link?
Jesus Christ.
I'm really disturbed by it. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, because the search engine isn't working on there, but I just showed her a My Little Pony one that was on the front page.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It's yeah. Well, yeah. If it
Really
exists,
strange.
there's porn of it. So when that site's back up, we'll have to do it next week.
Okay.
All right then. All right.
All right. Thank you, Rick and Morty, for your call.
Yes, thank you. Revenar says, "Fall off to the asshole with an unsecured load."
Oh,
my loads are always unsecured.
Yours are actually secured now.
Well, yeah, I guess they actually are. Anyway, thanks to your dumbass, I have a giant fucking crack in my windshield from your shit.
That makes me crazy. I hate getting on people like that.
Yeah, it sucks. Toasty Posty Can says, "Fuck them preachy vegans."
Ooh, Will.
Yeah,
Will
that's
says, "Fought for 4 days of
Hey, do his accent.
I can't. Will says, "Fought for 4 days of temps peaking around 130-ish, followed by shivers, meaning I had to dress in 4 layers. 4 layers in 85-degree weather."
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
What?
He lives-
I thought
he lives
it's supposed to
here.
be Celsius.
No,
He's
he
in
lives
America now. He's converted.
Oh, well, that's okay. Lucid Knight says, I can't read it because Seraph's... Okay, a serious one would be off to Ukrainian rebels who shoot down planes. Fuck off.
That is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And then Shadowplay says, "Fuck off for having to pull forward just for a sweet tea at McDonald's."
Yeah? Oh, I get it.
Wait, what?
I'm guessing they had to, pull forward and wait for their sweet tea while everyone else got served.
Oh, right. Okay, I got
I
it.
hate that. Although it is kind of nice with French fries because you're always getting fresh French fries.
Yeah, with special sauce on them.
I just like the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Oh, of
God,
course you do.
Those are phenomenal.
Oh,
at McDonald's.
good. Bacon. Oh,
See,
great.
look, they even said it right there. Did you see that look? She's like, "Those are so good." That is a good sandwich.
I prefer egg McMuffins, but I take the bacon off, the Canadian bacon off, and I just have the egg and the cheese with hash browns.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. The biscuits at McDonald's are phenomenal.
Fast food.
I know. Hold on, stop the press. I have a very close friend.
Yes, I know.
Grand-
Who father
Oh.
made the biscuits.
Damn, I wanted to blow your mind. Okay.
You can blow my dick. Sorry. You're not allowed, actually, Zena. I take that back.
Even for
All your
$1 million?
advances will be in vain.
What if I was gonna give you $1 million?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute.
Great.
If we're talking money, hold on. Wait a minute. 500 grand. I'll do it for 500. You want to give me 500 grand? I'll sacrifice
Fuck outta here,
myself.
Sarah.
Whoa, look, I got bills to pay.
Wait, for me to suck your dick, or for
Yeah,
you to suck
500
Ray's
grand.
dick?
No. I
Yeah,
want the
go on,
500. I'm countering. Give me 500 grand.
That doesn't make any
You want?
sense. All right.
I think that would cover my mortgage, my outstanding student loans, and a little something extra.
Actually, I got a thing. What the fuck is the name of this episode so far? We got one yet?
Fistful of Anarchy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, we got some questions.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
What's your favorite scary movie?
Random questions, emails, phone calls, and stalkers.
Here's Johnny! What the fuck was that shit?
Alright, so Riku sent in a few questions. He says, got any favorite comic books? Spider-Man, Avengers,
I don't
X-Men.
really read comic books all that much.
Green Lantern and Green Arrow.
I've
I read
given
a
up on
manga.
DC.
Read a couple of those.
Well, I haven't read comic books in years at this point. Those are the ones I mostly have.
Oh, I have a shit ton of comic. I also like the Walking Dead comic. I have a shit ton. I got a lot of reading to catch up on this week. I'm excited. I got like 2 months of comic backlog. He says, what did you do for fun as a young child?
Played kickball, and I played video games.
Yeah, video games. I played football. There was like this big field like near my house, so a whole bunch of us used to go meet and play football, and we used to have super soaker battles in the neighborhood. We used to split up in teams, and it always escalated until someone like put pee into a super soaker.
What?
Maybe I did that. I don't know. Maybe I was the one who escalated. But anyway,
no,
look,
you didn't.
Well, maybe I did. Maybe there was a dick on the other team. I don't know.
We played a lot of hide and seek. A lot of it.
Did you lose anyone?
No.
Okay.
And then later on, it turned into Manhunt.
Yeah, I played a lot of Manhunt. That was good stuff, especially when I went camping.
What is Manhunt?
Oh, what the fuck was it?
It's like it's kind of like team hide and seek, where you can capture someone and then you can break people out, and the whole idea is it's not over until you capture everyone on the other team.
Oh, it takes for fucking ever.
It does, but it's fucking fantastic. It's good stuff. All right. How were you introduced to video games?
My dad bought me a Nintendo while we were in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. We plugged it in at the hotel, and I was playing it, Mario. I forgot what year it was, but my parents remember. They were just talking about it the other day.
Probably watching my brother play Mario on the Nintendo. And then I want to say we had... It might have been like a Commodore 64, some sort of computer where you could like... You had to know, you put in little DOS commands and you could play little games on it. So there was that too. And then my dad like played Doom and Quake and stuff.
So did mine.
So Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Wolfenstein. Stein, not Steam.
I'm gonna go with Zia on this one.
I want to know. Okay, fine.
Overruled, bitch. 2 versus 1.
No, I'm gonna bring it up to the internet. The internet, is it Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein?
Yeah, but I don't trust the internet. What about you, Sarah?
Stein or Steen? For me, I got introduced to video games when I was really young. I was hospitalized with spinal meningitis.
Ooh. Not
the one that they can cure easily. I think it was like the bacterial one.
Yeah.
And the hospital I was at, doctor recently donated an arcade there, so when I got better enough to actually get wheeled over there with my IV unit, they used to wheel me over there, and I used to get to play Centipede and like Asteroids, and so that's where. And I asked my mom if I can get a video game machine when I got out of the hospital. She said, if you get out of the hospital, she's like, I will get you an Atari. So I got an Atari when I got out. So I finally got out. That was good. I was very excited. And then I thought Atari was awesome, and then I had a neighbor who had a Nintendo, and I was just like, it's amazing. I still remember taking the controller and not realizing how like I used to go whenever I was like jumping, like the controller
Sorry.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I can just hear noises upstairs, and I'm hoping it's my cats. Not of me. Sorry.
You ever see the movie Critters?
If you're gonna say something that's gonna freak,
I hated that movie.
Critters.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
We may not see her again.
Nope.
That may be the last time you all see Zia. Let's see. Lucina says, I played E.T. with my dad on the Atari. Yes! E.T. on the Atari was garbage. I remember getting that, and I was like, this is bullshit. I remember my grandparents buying me football on the Atari, and like I was all excited because I had just like recently like really got into football, but it was actually a soccer game.
Oh, wow.
I was very disappointed with it. I was like, what the hell? This is not football. Not football. I feel like we really need to wait for Zia for this next question because I have no idea.
Let me see if I can answer it.
Well, the next question is, what would win in a fight? A Murloc or a Moogle?
I don't know what a Moogle is.
I think a Moogle is like Final Fantasy, if I remember.
Oh, well that
Yes.
sucks. A Murloc.
Yeah, I think a Murloc would win. I think, yeah, Moogles... I don't think Moogles are that powerful, maybe? I could be completely wrong. They have those little, like, balloons coming out of their forehead. They don't look dangerous at all. I found a picture of one wearing a top hat. No, I don't...
Yeah, that's always...
I think Murloc would win, hands down. I'm gonna go Murloc. Let's see. And then he says... Riku also says, in a dystopian future ruled by anti-bacon Nazi bunnies, how would you survive? I would kill the fucking bunnies. She's eating something. She went upstairs to get something to eat.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
eating. Look at her. She's eating.
No.
Oh yeah, look at you. I gotta go upstairs. I really just need to take a break to eat something. We had to skip a whole question for you. Now we're talking about dystopian futures ruled by anti-bacon Nazi bunnies.
No.
I would kill the bunnies.
We know.
I'd eat the bunnies.
Are you actually eating a bunny right now?
No, I was eating an Oreo. I went upstairs. I was really scared because my cats. So I had an Oreo in triumph of not screaming.
That wasn't the critters?
No.
Okay. How would you survive in a dystopian future ruled by anti-bacon Nazi bunnies?
Not eat bacon.
Well, I would eat that too, but I would also kill the bunnies. Kill the oppressors. Ray?
Kill the oppressors. Fight back.
I wouldn't survive.
Your anime sword skills have failed you, Ray.
Well, I haven't trained. I haven't trained in a while, so.
All right. We got. I really have not changed the clip art at all. Maybe we should.
That's good. That's good.
We should probably get rid of the
clip art. Is so fucking 1997.
All right, we got a review. Zia, do you want to read the review?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
So Sliz, who's in the chat room earlier, who I think is actually a newer listener, says, 5 stars, can't stop listening. The show is based around bacon. Also, this week's events in gaming and bacon news with World of Warcraft mixed in. Also, I guess so. Anyway, these 3 are some of the funniest and most entertaining hosts I've ever had the glory of watching and listening to. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you watching, Sliz. Even though I always, when I see your name, I think of Slit, which makes it sound kind of dirty. Slit.
Yeah. Got some of that slit last night.
I like your slit.
Yeah.
That's filthy.
I dove into that hatchet wound. That's what they call it. Sorry.
That's just horrible.
I don't call it these things. I just hear it on the internet.
Yeah, that's good. Repeat the internet, Ray. That's smart.
It is. It's great.
Let's do a haiku.
No. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we good?
All right, haiku time.
Okay.
Big titties and ass. She wants to be inside you. Haikus from Zia.
crazy upstairs, and Sarah's feet took a big dump. Our typical show.
I just want to say that everyone who was watching the live feed saw that you all dropped my call. I got
We
proof.
wanted a cyber.
Yeah, but like the thing is, we didn't do anything. It just
We
happened.
didn't do anything. It just happened. It just dropped.
That's the funny part about it.
The beat dropped.
I know what you two are up to. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Cybering. Putting it in my anty hole.
Did you say your anal
Don't
hole?
interfere. Anti hole.
Yeah. Fuck it right in your uncle hole.
Your cousin hole?
Yeah. That's
Whatever.
sexy now.
If you want to learn more about my anty hole, you should follow me on Twitter. Oh wait, there's a haiku in the channel. Let me read it. From Revnar. Drinking RPGs, great for con weekends and shit. Drink responsibly. It's a good one.
Let Sarah be your guide to the drinking experience.
Yeah, if you want to drink responsibly, do exactly the opposite of what Sarah does.
Or maybe you could just be so in tune with fermented
This is
beverages.
never gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie. Just like cake.
Oh, and a special happy birthday to Joe, who it looks like he's going to go up to his wife tonight with syrup.
What?
And have her listen to the show tonight.
Old King Clancy.
Old
He's
King
gonna
Clancy.
do a Tom Clancy. Nice.
Old
Gonna
King
get a little Tom
Clancy.
Clancy.
Rainbow Six that shit.
Alright,
I'll fucking splinter her cell.
Ray! Ray, where can people find you?
What?
Don't speak ill of the dead. Ray, where can people find you?
Fucking people speak ill of the dead all the time.
Oh my god, just tell people where they can find you.
Well, find me on the internet. Twitter, to be exact. At Rayfist, RAYFYST, and at BirdRP, Bird_RP. Suck it, Sarah.
Find me on Twitter at Seraphis. Zia.
My left tit has a haiku as well. Helen is a bitch. Bitch needs to shut the fuck up. Why can't she just die? Damn. Hey. She's really mad at Helen.
Oh, you're reading a haiku from... I was like, it's not where people can find you at all.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell people where they can find you?
Sorry, I'm totally distracted. Apparently from Chef Fulgen's link in the chat room about somebody at Blizzard getting shot at with BBs.
Oh my god.
That's fucking crazy. No, this is breaking news, damn it. This is more important. Actually,
Could be
no,
a
this
troll.
is more important. The second most important thing is following me on Twitter because these other two assholes, they're just assholes. ITSXIA, the best part of the show. The other good places that you can find this great, fantastic show is on the internet at thesundering.net. You can find us on Twitter at thesundering. We have a Facebook page. Give it a like. Facebook.com/thesundering. Head over to our YouTube channel. We are now uploading our shows onto YouTube. If you'd like to look at some of our past goofiness, youtube.com/thesundering podcast. You can join our Steam group. It's called The Sundering. Phone number, give it a call, 323-SUNDER0 or 323-786-3370. Believe it or not, that really is Sarah's voice in that voicemail.
No, it's not.
I know it doesn't sound like him, but it's crazy. You can email the show at thesunderinpodcast@gmail.com. Tip picks, we enjoy. The dick ones go to Ray. And then, of course, we are a proud Catalyst Gaming Media show. CatalystGamingMedia.com for other wonderful, fantastic things, shows, blogs, videos, little podcast news, forums, all kinds of shit going on over there. So go check it out. Thank you, everyone who submitted FOSS tonight, questions, and came to listen for our awesome special guest.
That was
Jason
cool.
Anarchy.
That was
I
cool.
know. We could be grown up. We can have, like, guests on the show for a change. And I'm getting a cat's meowing at me. It's intense shit over here. Fucking, as always, download us. Invite us into your home, your ears, your head. We just want to be inside of you.
Next time, we podcast from Google Hangouts because Skype sucks bacon haters' ass hair.
Shit, I could have made a fucking better episode.
Call my mama to see what she all right.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.